Oh, hi guys! You caught us having our little dance party here, and Billy just looks like he's super sleepy. Ugh, there he goes. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Hi! Welcome to another episode of Spanish's Fun! Our special guests today are Goro and Billy, who's kind of sleepy. We're going to be doing another listening activity. Except this time, I'm going to have you do a little bit more work. Not only are you going to have to write down what you hear me saying, but in some situations, you're actually going to have to do some investigating or some research. So let's get started. You should all have this sheet of paper. And the first section is called cierto or falso. That means true or false. I'm going to say a date in Spanish, and I'm going to ask you if it's on a certain day of the week. You're going to write the date in English on the line, and then you're going to look up a 2019 calendar, and all you have to do is type in 2019 calendar, and it will pop up, and you have to look for that date. And if it's on the day that I say, you write cierto. If it's not, you write falso. You can do this one of two ways. You could either have the calendar pulled up somewhere, and then you can just do it as you go, or you could write down all of the dates and maybe make a little note of what day of the week I say it is, and then you could go back and do them all at one time and just write down cierto, falso, cierto, falso, cierto, falso. Okay, so the questions, it's going to sound like this. It's going to say like, today is September 24th. Is it, or I'm not going to say today. Sorry, that wouldn't make sense. It is September 24th. Is it on a Wednesday? And then when you look up September 24th, on a 2019 calendar, if it's on a Wednesday, you write cierto. If it's not, you write falso. Okay? All right. It would be helpful if I had my sheet so I know what I'm asking you. And I have it right here. Fantastic. So section 1, date in English. If you need to write down the day that I say too, go ahead. And then compare it and then say if I was either true or false. If I was telling the truth or if I was fibbing. All right, Billy is a little bit warm on my shoulder. I'm going to switch him over here. Look at them. They're so excited. Okay, ready, Goro? Okay. Número uno. Es el 18 de marzo. ¿Es lunes? Es el 18 de marzo. ¿Es lunes? I'm saying it as the one-word way. Let me say it as the other way. Es el 18 de marzo. ¿Es lunes? Número 2. Es el 11 de junio. Es el 11 de junio. ¿Es martes? Es el 11 de junio. ¿Es martes? Número 3. Es el 13 de abril. ¿Es sábado? Es el 13 de abril. Es sábado? I just realized I'm kind of doing this wrong, so I'm going to have to flip-flop my answer key, but that's okay. Número 4. Es el 1 de enero. ¿Es martes? Es el 1 de enero. ¿Es martes? Número 5. Es el 12 de agosto. Es el 12 de agosto. ¿Es lunes? Número 6. Es el 15 de febrero. ¿Es jueves? Es el 15 de febrero. ¿Es jueves? Número... I did not number these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Número 7. Es el 12 de mayo. ¿Es viernes? Es el 12 de mayo. ¿Es viernes? Fantastic. Get up here, silly goose. Oh, Billy, he's being so silly. Número 8. Es el 10 de julio. ¿Es miércoles? Es el 10 de julio. ¿Es miércoles? Número 9. Es el 19 de septiembre. Ooh, that sounded like a rhyme. Es el 19 de septiembre. Es el 19 de septiembre. ¿Es jueves? ¿Es jueves? Y número 10. Es el 4 de octubre. Es el 4 de octubre. ¿Es viernes? ¿Es viernes? All right. Yay, was that fun? So you should have 10 dates, and hopefully I didn't skip any or repeat any. You should have then down whether it was true that it fell on that day of the week or if it was false if it fell on that day of the week. All right, the second part. And again, this is a video. You could pause it. You could rewind it. You can show it to all your family and friends. I don't care. Actually, that last part I do because I don't want them to think I'm a big weirdo playing with hats and scarves that have faces on them. All right, the second part. Ooh, is this going to be fun? We're going to be doing celebrity birthdays. So I'm going to say again, their birthday or cumpleaños in Spanish, you write it in English. Then you have to figure out which celebrity it is. The celebrities are Mexican Americans, okay? They're probably people that you've heard of, and I might even give you some clues. But you might have to look them up, and that's fine. All right, número 1. Su cumpleaños es el 10 de julio. Su cumpleaños es el 10 de julio. But wait a minute, what do you mean su cumpleaños? Blah, blah, blah. Su cumpleaños significa his or her birthday. Okay. Su cumpleaños es el 10 de julio. My clue, she's on Modern Family. So if you watch that show, you might know her name. If you don't, it's an easy thing to Google. All right, número 2. Su cumpleaños es el 23 de abril. Su cumpleaños es el 23 de abril or 23 de abril. And this gentleman has a show with his same name. His name is the name of the show on Nickelodeon, and he's a comedian. And I think his theme song is like Lowrider. Is that a do 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 do? That's like his theme song. All right, número 3. Su cumpleaños es el 20 de agosto. 20 de agosto. And this was interesting. This actress and singer originally started off on Barney and Friends. If you don't even know what that show is, I loved it when I was younger. Actually, I wasn't younger because I'm too old for that show. But when I was babysitting kids who were that age and were watching it, I used to like watching it with them. So anyway, she started off on Barney, and then she transitioned into shows and movies on the Disney Channel. All right, número 4. Su cumpleaños es el 22 de julio. 22 de julio o 22 de julio. And ironically, this actress and singer also began on Barney and Friends and is also on a show on Disney Channel. Or actually, she got started on a show on the Disney Channel. So the last two, interesting. I see some other similarities right now just looking at other things. I wonder if you could figure out what their other similarities are. And the last one. Su cumpleaños es el 15 de enero. 15 de enero. And he is known as Mr. Worldwide. Mr. Worldwide. He has tons of songs. They're huge in Zumba. I love him. He's like 5 feet tall, I think. No pelo. All right, so those should be 5 dates and 5 celebrities that you're probably going to have to look up, and that's okay. That's what you're supposed to do. And then the last part, is going to be dealing with Mexican and Spanish holidays. So I'm going to give you a date, and again, guess what you have to do? Write the date in English, but then you have to go and look up which Mexican or Spanish holiday falls on that date, and then decide, is it in Mexico or Spain? And then tell me if you've ever heard of this holiday, because you may have heard of it and just didn't realize it originated in Mexico or that it existed, or you might be completely blown away like, never even heard of that. Nope, never heard of it. Okay, so there's 5 of them. Again, they're either holidays that happen in Mexico or in Spain. All right, número 1. Now for this one, I'm going to use the word último. That means the last. Okay, see if you can kind of figure out what I'm saying. So I'm not going to actually tell you the date. I'm going to tell you a specific range that this holiday falls on. Okay, el último miércoles en agosto. El último, last, miércoles en agosto, or de agosto. Okay, you get it? It's the last miércoles en agosto. All right, so there's really no number. It's just telling you it falls on this day. All right, so write down what day it falls on. It's the last day, meaning like the last Monday of that month or the last Tuesday or whatever. So el último miércoles, I'm spending way too much time on this one. El último miércoles de agosto, en agosto. Okay, write down the date, find out what holiday it is, and tell me, does it happen in Mexico or Spain, or both? Okay, you could do the research after. You don't have to do that right now. You could just get the dates down and then go back and do your research. All right, número 2. El primero y el 2 de noviembre. Primero de noviembre y 2 de noviembre. Uf. Okay, hay 2. El primero de noviembre y el 2 de noviembre. What holiday? Where is it celebrated? Have you heard of it? Número 3. El 10 de mayo. El 10 de mayo. Número 4. El 6 de julio. El 7 de julio. El 8 de julio, el 9 de julio, el 10 de julio, el 11 de julio, el 12 de julio, el 13 de julio y el 14 de julio. Muchos días. 6 a 2, significa 2, 6 a 14 de julio. 6 de julio, 14 de julio. Okay, and then the last one. El 26 de septiembre. Nope, that is not right at all. I completely did not write that one right. I'm sorry, that's not that. That's not the, that's nope. Nope. Es el 16 de septiembre. Es el 16 de septiembre. Whew, I sure hope I'm right on that one because I have something else written down, but I know that's not right. All right, so you should have 5 dates or ranges or time in the month with the holiday that it occurs in, or the holiday that occurs in that month or that date, and then where it's at. Wow, I need to go home. I really do need to go home because I'm just slurring my words. That dance party wore me out. All right, so you have 3 sections to finish, all dealing with dates and days. First section, true, false. Second section, which celebrity has that birthday. And the third part is which holiday falls on that date. All right, so check it over. If you finish, you can turn it in. If not, you could give it to me tomorrow, whenever. Have fun. I hate saying, these goodbyes are the weirdest things ever. I don't even know what to do anymore. So, adios. Gorro says adios. Billy says adios. But they're really just clothing items with sewn on faces, so they really don't talk.